Hello everybody and welcome back to another review for LEGO Star Wars. Today is quite a throwback. This is a set from 2005. I have never reviewed such an old set before on my channel, but I'm really excited for this one. This one's a little bit special to me because it was actually like pretty much my first LEGO Star Wars set. I got into Star Wars through LEGO, and before I collected Star Wars and LEGO, I collected Harry Potter, and then I played with LEGO Creator as well. So LEGO was my first love, and so it brought me into liking Star Wars. And so in 2005, this was actually a set I got twice in a year. I got one for my birthday that was a share gift with my sister. It was just this little biker scout, a Scout Walker set from my best friend. And then Christmas that following year, I got another one, and I actually do have a picture of me opening that set. And that one was just my own. And over the years, I have unfortunately lost the Scout Walker. I had kept the original instructions, which is why these are so beat up looking. But I've always cherished the instructions because I lost the set. And then I have kept the Trooper. The Trooper there is the original one that I had, again, back in 2005. And so just recently I have acquired a brand new old Scout Walker. And I'm really excited. This brought back a lot of memories. It definitely brought memories back of how confusing this build was to me and how unstable I remember it being. Definitely those do hold true. So we're going to go ahead and take a closer look at this set. Starting first with the minifigure, you do get this single trooper. I believe at one point he was called a clone recon trooper, but it is done in the very old 2005-2006 clone helmet style, where you get a cutout of the actual visor and just a black head beneath. So there was no personalization of the clones themselves, and then you could see through the visor. I think that the printing still holds up. It's still a fantastic print. They pretty much reused it on another trooper that we saw later on, different helmet, but it was the same symbol. There is no printing on the legs. That just didn't happen so much back then. And then this is the old trooper that used the bullhorn gun, which is fun. I'm glad they don't do those anymore. But you couldn't actually really hold it straight, as you can tell, because the trooper's helmet got in the way. But I think overall, though, the printing does hold up. You know, the paint on it is really good. The sculpting is also not too bad. And I really like that this was not just a plain clone trooper. I remember getting this set, and when you got one single figure, it was nice to get kind of a specialty clone trooper. So I do like this guy. Again, he just holds a lot of memories for me. So that is your pilot. I guess you should say driver. I don't really know. But here is the Scout Walker itself, and it is made out of kind of light gray and a little bit of green. This was supposedly seen on Kashyyyk during a certain scene after Order 66. They're looking for Yoda, and the Scout Walkers come by, and he said, "All these Wookiees are dead here, sir." And he goes, "Move towards the east." And then they go away. So that is the scene that you see this from. This clone trooper is totally inaccurate to this scene. He definitely does not match the troopers in the movie. But overall, this was obviously, now that I'm an experienced builder, the build itself is easy, but it's also kind of confusing. You build these legs upside down, which you do with the new walkers as well, but this one was just a little bit weird. It is unstable. As you can see, it's pretty wobbly, and you can't make it parallel. It's got to either stick up kind of at this angle, or you can make it go down a little bit, and it's not going to hold super well, just like that. They definitely were able to kind of work out the kinks of the biker Scout Walker, or the clone Scout Walker, over time. But yeah, you don't get the best posing out of the vehicle itself. There is no flick fire, no stud shooters on this, just a rotating cannon, which is kind of cool. This is a special printed piece here. It does lift, and then this whole thing does pivot side to side. You get a little bitty antenna here, and then the clone sits here with these little handlebars. You can put the gun in a little hole right here. Comparing it directly, I guess I should say, to the 20th anniversary 2019 release of this very same set. This is the Walker that you get. It's obviously bigger. It was more expensive, obviously. There's a lot more build to it, and it's a lot sturdier. So, I mean, the superior one is obviously going to be the newer one. It is more accurate to the movie. However, the clone is still inaccurate. This guy still is not who you see on this walker. It definitely looks a lot longer from the front, but there's more sticker pieces. I like that this one's an exclusive printed piece, and kind of basically exclusive shape as well. That's nice. But the feet are a lot bigger, more stable. You do get a parallel to the ground look. The gun is way lower on this than on this. I don't like how low this gun is. I think it looks obnoxious. But I do like that you don't see any studs really on the inside of the legs. They've plated it all off, so it looks really, really good for that reason. The Clone Trooper is a little bit more interesting, but like I said, not accurate. The antenna is way longer. It can bend forward. And then, of course, there's a stud shooter on this one. So there is a little bit more playability. There is no place for this guy's gun, which is kind of unfortunate. But overall, you can tell it's just a little bit bigger in stature. The gun is longer, which I don't personally like. It does stay parallel to the ground, which is much better in my opinion. And like I said, it's more sturdy. The build is just a little bit better, and I like that the exposed studs are covered by these plates on the inside. I think that looks nicer. Now, just for fun, I wanted to show off, this one obviously has no direct correlation to this old set, but I did want to show the 501st Scout Walker too, because it is the newest build. So we have 2005, 2019, 2020. And they did scale it down a little bit. I think this one is a little bit too big. I think this one is a good size. It's just unstable, a little bit flimsy, and I didn't like the build very much. I think that this one is kind of the superior model. And I'm just showing them side by side so that you can kind of get a look at all of them. But I think that they're pretty cool. I like that this one's, again, smaller. It matches more to the scale of this, and the gun is not as ridiculous as the one here. So just kind of for scaling, but I think that they're really cool. They definitely kept a lot of stuff with this new model with the larger feet that are flatter, heavier. They did take off the paneling on the inside, probably to save cost on brick piece. But there's kind of all three together. I like the variety, I really do. I'm gonna move this one out of the frame because again, it's not the direct comparison. But man, I am so happy to have this 2005 clone Scout Walker back again. I think it looks fantastic. And again, you can kind of army build these as well. They're not super expensive, about $20 if you want to get it with the Trooper. Obviously no box included, but I think it looks great. I really like it, and I think it's held up over time for the most part. I wish it wasn't so wobbly, but overall, I really like the green accented pieces, this special printed piece that in general, the mold of it seems relatively exclusive. And I think that the Clone Trooper is unique enough. Since neither of them are accurate, I can't necessarily say that this one is better because it's more Kashyyyk-like. I think that it's nice that it's not just a plain white Trooper, so I do definitely appreciate that, guys. And I really hope you enjoyed this video. I'd really like to, my plan is to get some more old sets that I once had and got mixed into my communal Lego bucket, and I kind of lost. I'd love to buy them back to display them in my new Lego collection. So hopefully I'll have more of these kind of review comparison videos from sets from 2005 to 2006. So anyways, I hope you like it, and let me know what you think in the comments below. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Until next time, bye guys.